39 years old and I barely have any friends. We often see people who have a crowd of individuals who are around them all the time, and they always seem to be the life of the party. But in actuality, the more people you have around you, the more headaches you have around you. The more people you have around you, the more problems you have around you. Very few people who have a lot of friends have a lot of people in their life who actually care about them. In fact, the more people in your circle, the more issues you may end up having later. You have to start asking the question, why are these people around me? Is it something that I have that they want? And do they actually have my best interest? Growing up, ever since I was a kid, I've always been considered to be somebody that was alone. I did not associate with a lot of people. In fact, in school, I was teased often, especially in elementary school. Oh, you're so quiet. You don't talk. You never say anything to anybody. And I got that a lot. But I didn't realize then that I had a introverted nature, and I was very, very reserved. You see, it's not that I didn't want to talk to anybody. It was just I was very selective with who I chose to talk to. I experimented a little bit when I got to high school. I saw the guys that had the girls and that had the cliques, and I just wanted to be a part of that. I wanted to generate that type of energy around me. So I tried to put myself out there, and I tried to do things that I didn't regularly do. I tried to talk to girls. I tried to hang around the popular kids and stuff like that. And I didn't really have an issue getting girls in high school. When I was younger, I feel like I was really, really handsome. I had long hair, all of that good stuff, had clean clothes, nice branded. I had a decent upbringing. So, getting girls was not a problem, but, the way that I would see some of the guys act when it comes to getting those girls, that was what I had a problem with. Like, I didn't like to, whistle at a girl. I didn't like to yell at them. Hey, come here, girl. That wasn't me. So I still kind of struggled in that area because I wasn't really aggressive. I was very soft-spoken and just subtle and not really confrontational or anything like that. And it wasn't until, I grew a little bit more that I learned that people love aggression and controversy, and that just is not the type of person that I am. So I was never able to really become the life of the party. In my adulthood, earlier on, I'd say about my early 20s, I really started taking working out more seriously, very, very serious. I worked out in high school, but I started taking it more seriously as I became a little bit more older and, developing my physique and my body. I started, getting to know people that were in the gym, and I befriended this one guy, this Filipino man. He was a little bit older than me. He took me under his wing and showed me the ropes when it came to exercising and working out and all of that stuff. That was like 2006, I believe, 5 or 6, 2006. And even to this day, me and him still are cool. We're still friends. And, we still see each other multiple times throughout the week. And I know that's really, really rare, The older I became, even more, started taking certain things in my life more serious, like my morals and my stance on life. And I started noticing that a lot of the things that people condone, they don't really go in alignment with my lifestyle. So again, that made me feel even more isolated, because I'm not going to force myself to be around people that I'm uncomfortable with. I'm not going to force myself to talk to people about things that I don't want to talk about. There are a lot of you out here who put on a mask and a facade just to fit in with people, and you suppress who you really are. And if you're suppressing who you are just for the sake of company, then you're not being true to yourself, and you'll be miserable later in life. And I just refuse to live like that. So because I've made that choice, I don't have a lot of friends. I really, really don't. And honestly, I'm going to keep it real with you all. There's four guys in my life right now that I would consider to be friends, and three of them don't even live in my state. Three of them don't even live here. There's one that's in Boston. There's another one that's Maryland. He's in Maryland. There's one that's in Mississippi, and then there's another one in Illinois. We've been friends for about 3.5 years now. We met on the internet, actually, and there's no shame in that, folks. A lot of you will be like, oh, that doesn't count. Oh, it's the internet. Look, you can meet some really, really good people on the internet, and we've traveled together. I've been invited to one of their weddings. We've shared, just intimate moments and feelings, and, just venting, guys having, that safe space to chat with one another. We've created that with one another. And even though we're not here together, we still do a really good job at, keeping that brotherhood strong. And the other friend is somebody that I actually met this year through church. So at my church, we do small groups. And me and my wife, we started a small group back in January. That was a fitness boot camp because, I'm a fitness coach. And I wanted to do something special for the church and offer fitness classes. So I did. And I met this man. He brought his wife. He brought his kids. And, we just kind of started bonding. I started noticing things that was similar to me in his character. We followed each other on social media, and you want to really get to know somebody, look up their social media. So I did that, and we have a lot of things in common, business-wise, our faith, fitness, all of these different things. So we just kind of started, conversing, going back and forth. And I got to know him a lot better, and he got to know me better. And then, he just proceeded to tell me the same thing I'm telling you all. He's 39 years old, and he don't have no friends. My man is from, he was born in Colombia, and he stayed in Miami for most of his life and moved to where I am right now with his family and opened up a business. And basically his life consists of a lot of what my life consists of: work, family, and bed. Work, family, bed. And that's pretty much it. And that's my life: work, family, bed, repeat. And working out too. So we became really, really close, and we started, kind of merging our families together. My wife hangs out with his wife a couple of times out of the month. Me and him, we will hang out at least once out of the week. We chat every single day. And some of you guys, y'all might think that's kind of weird, but grow up. It's time to grow up. So many of you are so miserable right now because you're doing life by yourself. You've put up walls, you don't want to be optimistic, and you just think that you're just supposed to go through life alone. Listen, there are so many people in this world who can help us, who can usher us to the next chapter, who can help usher us through tough seasons, who possess knowledge in which we don't have, and they can teach us things. Like, I've learned so much from my mans, and he's learned a lot from me, and it showed me you don't need a whole lot of friends to be successful. You don't need a whole lot of friends to gain wisdom and knowledge. You just need a few, one or two at the most. And I know what you're probably thinking, like, bro, I don't trust nobody. Everybody is like the same, and everybody's this and that. I'm like, no, everybody is not the same. We got to stop with that blanket statement and making excuses, trying to make it seem like everybody is out to get us. Everybody's not out to get us. There are some people who feel exactly like you. They want friends, and it's okay, guys. It's okay to say that you want friends. Stop being so tough. Stop trying to have this exterior that's hard as Kevlar. Stop it. Stop hardening your heart. We're not supposed to do life alone. Now, I have my family. I got my wife. I got my kids. You know, some people would think, well, you're set. You're good. No. Like my wife, even at the age of 40, she understands, like, I got to be around other women. So she hangs out with my friend's wife and a couple of other ladies, you know, godly ladies, of course. And then they feed off of each other, and I'm happy for her for that. Like, I don't ask her what they talked about in their conversations. Those are private conversations. I want her to keep confidential because she doesn't ask me, what do you and your friend talk about today? What was it? Like, we don't invade each other's space with our friendships. And that makes us better. That makes us stronger. And it keeps the boundaries in between each union that we've created, you know, just organic. Because if I'm constantly telling my wife what me and my friend are talking about, and she's constantly telling me what her and his wife are talking about, you know, what is really the point, you know, in having those exclusive relationships? Because those outside relationships can make our marriage, they actually are making our marriage stronger. It's making our bond better because I'm learning from him. He's learning from me. He's taking what I'm teaching him, taking it to his marriage. I'm taking what he's teaching me into my marriage, and vice versa with my wife. You know what I'm saying? She's teaching her things that she can take into their marriage, and his wife is teaching my wife things she can bring into my marriage, our marriage. So it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And I'm just happy that I'm at this point in my life where I'm not trying to act like a tough guy. I'm not trying to be better than anybody. I'm not trying to act like I don't need people, because you're a liar if you think that you don't need people. We absolutely need people in this world. We need each other, period, point blank. You're not designed to go throughout life alone. You don't know everything that there is to know. I don't know everything that there is to know. None of us know everything that there is to know. Somebody else will always know more than you. And we need to humble ourselves and say, yeah, I'm lacking in this area. I'm lacking in that area. I need to get around somebody who can teach me, who can help me. And then I take what it is I know to help them. Making friends, I'm not going to sit here and BS you. It's not easy. And yes, we do need to take a chance. That's just life in general, taking a chance or taking a risk of letting down our walls and, you know, putting down, you know, the guard just to let somebody in. And I know some of you probably have been hurt. You've been betrayed. So have I. I've been hurt. I've been betrayed. I've been taken advantage of. But I'm not going to let those previous experiences just taint the entire world. Because when you get to that point, that's when you start closing yourself off. That's when you start to become hard-hearted and not let people in. And then figuring that you don't need anybody and you can just do everything alone. There's gonna come a point in time in your life where you're going to need somebody. I don't care who you are, what color you are, how much money you have, what country you live in. You're going to need someone one day. My grandmother, before she passed, told me that when I was younger. She's like, you're gonna need people. You can't do everything by yourself. There's some things in life we can absolutely do on our own, but we cannot do everything by ourselves. CEOs of companies, the top of the top, they can't do everything by themselves. They need people under them to make things happen. Like, everything needs help. Everyone needs help. Don't try to do life by yourself. Try to put yourself out there and to meet people. Try. You just never know, who you'll end up running into. All right? yo, type down below, how many friends do you really have? And it's okay to say I don't have any friends. It's fine. You may just meet a friend down in the comment section. You never know. That's my hope, is that you end up meeting somebody you can mingle with and have like-minded conversations with as well. Subscribe to this channel. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.